Hello, I'm back. My name is Marina, also Mariel. I'm going to talk about the creation of matter. And I'm talking about this in a sense of thought. Because I believe that everything that is manifested right now is because of thought. It's because of the word. And creation was spoken forth. It was not made. First it was spoken, then the substance in which to create the eternal realms, energy, manifested as light. Now, light is also Jesus Christ. The light that created the world is Jesus, okay? Now, from Jesus, there's a spirit called the Mother. And through her, she created the material matter world. So the world that we live in now is the creation of the Mother through Jesus. Now she created the material. She helped to create the immaterial world with her desire, and she desired to manifest herself in a material world so that she could learn the things of the darkness and bring them to light. And then she created the material world through what we know as Satan, the ruler of the darkness. It's called chaos. Science even shows us that this world was created in a chaotic form. Everything coming from a certain point. It just came. So I'm going to tell the story here in this book called The Gnostic Scriptures. This one that I'm reading right now, I'm going to talk to you about it now, okay? Well, so here we are. Now, the chief creator of ignorance reigned over chaos and the underworld and produced a human being in my likeness. But he didn't know that his creation would be a decree of his annulment, nor did he recognize the power in him. But now I have come down and reached chaos. So see, what happened was, Jesus is saying that the demon created man, and he didn't realize what he was making. But now, because of that, Jesus is saying that he came down and he's reached chaos. I was there with my own. I am hidden in them, empowering them and giving them shape. From the first day until the day I grant enormous power to those who are mine. I will reveal myself to those who have heard my mysteries, the children of light. That would be you and me. I am their Father, and I shall tell you utterly ineffable and unspeakable mystery. I tore off from you the bonds and broke the chains of the underworld demons, the same restraints that bound me. So even these demons, he's saying, they bound him too. He had to make a plan to stop this. Wow, they bound him, but he had to overcome it. He says, I overthrew the high walls of darkness and broke the secure gates of those pitiless ones and smashed their bars. And I spoke of the evil force and the one who beats and harms you, the tyrant, the adversary, the king, the real enemy. Now, Jesus came to earth and he did speak about that. He spoke about that for us. And I informed all who are mine, who are the children of light, how to nullify the enemies, be free of bonds, and return to where they first were. That is what Jesus did. That was his ministry on earth. That's what he did for us. He was saying that. I am the first who descended for my portion of what was left behind. He was the first one to have to go look into the darkness and face it. The spirit and the soul, which came from the water of life and the immersion of the mysteries. I spoke, and the archons and authorities spoke. I went under their language and spoke my mysteries to my own, a hidden mystery, and the bonds and eternal oblivion were nullified. That was when he came to earth and he found us. And he spoke to them. And I bore fruit in them through his word, the thought of the unchanging eternal realm. He talked about the kingdom and my house and their father. And I went down to those who were mine from the first, and reached them, and I broke the first strands that enslaved them. How did he do that? He spoke the truth, and he died on the cross. Then everyone in me shone, and I made a pattern for those lights that are ineffably in me. Amen. Alright, he was able to see all of us inside it. And then he, for everyone, has prepared a destiny pattern for us so that we can get back to him. Get back to where we were in the beginning. So, you know, the destiny, God's will, you know what that really is? Trusting in God, that is him giving you the path back to where we originally were from. Back to what he calls eternal. We, on our own vices, do not want to go back to the eternal. We do, but we don't know how to get there. And the way we think we can get there is by doing good works, or filling our gratifications with things of this world, which is not the way to get back home. He's calling something here a second descent. I'm going to read some of this. He says, I am the voice that appeared through my thought. I am the one joined to another. I am called the thought of the invisible one. Because I am called with unchanging speech. I am called she who is joined to another. I am alone and undefiled. I am the mother of the voice, speaking in many ways, completing all. Knowledge is in me, knowledge of things everlasting. I speak in every creature, and I was known by all. I lift up the speech and the voice to the ears of those who have known me, the children of light. Now I have come the second time in the likeness of a female, and have spoken with them. And I shall tell them of the coming end of this realm, and teach them of the beginning of the eternal realm to come, the one without change. She's come again as a female. Well, when did this happen? What female? What do you mean? Let's see what it means. She's going to tell us of the coming end of the eternal of this realm, and teach them the beginning of the eternal realm to come. The one without change, the one in which our appearance will be changed. Our appearance will be changed. That speaks what Jesus had mentioned. You'll have new bodies. We'll have a new Jerusalem. We shall be purified in those eternal realms, from which I revealed myself in the thought of the likeness of my masculinity. Jesus, the masculinity part. But God is called a mother because God has given birth to himself. So he is, in a sense, the mother. He's androgynous. But he did give birth to images that have their own bodies now. Jesus Christ, who was invisible, is the revealed form of him in masculinity. Sophia, who is a female, is a revealed form of God in femininity. Both of them coming together as a husband and wife also, and having a king and a kingdom, will be a part of the new world. This is also spoken of what Jesus says, that I'm going to prepare a place before you, and you are my wife, my church, you are my wife. We will become married again. We shall be purified in those eternal realms, from which I revealed myself in the thought of the likeness of my masculinity. I settled among those who are worthy in the thought of my changeless eternal realm. Now I shall tell you a mystery of this realm and of its forces. Birth cries out. Hour gives birth to hour, and day gives birth to day. Months reveal months. Time follows time. This realm was completed in this fashion, and as quickly it is thought, as a finger releases a finger, and a joint separates from a joint. When the great authorities knew that the time of fulfillment had appeared, just as the time of birth pangs came, the time of destruction approached.